What's up, Coach?
Okay, you're gonna run with the starters tonight. We want to give you a look with the first unit, see how it goes.
What about?
No, I already talked to him. We're gonna do what's best for the team, which means you have got to perform. You earned this spot, but it's up to you if it sticks.
I got you. I won't take anything for granted.
Make this count, Jay.
Will do. Understood.
Hey, good luck out there, kid.
Hey, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate you.
Hey, Che.
What's
I
up?
need you with the rest of the starters. We're gonna take a pic for social.
A picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, gentlemen, let's huddle up here for photo. Get all in there. All right, group up a little bit more. Okay, why don't you guys take a big step back? That look good? Okay. All right, thanks everybody. That was
Appreciate
great.
it.
Thank you so much. That turned out really well.
At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their clothes or their effort on the floor. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for White.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his number.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Chase picked up steam for Rookie of the Year. He wasn't a popular pick before the season started, but he's been a pleasant surprise for this team. There's still a long road ahead. We'll see how the rest of this year goes. Guys?
We have a lot of time left. David, thank you so much. Greg Che is off to a great start.
For Che, I think it's all about fighting through the rookie wall, maintaining the production through April. If he can do that, he's certainly in the mix.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with the general, and it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. And for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair, they're the backcourt. And it's Green in at the 3. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Stolen by Tucker. Harden the pass to Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's the general. Powered down with both hands.
And watching Che, you can see that he is starting to put in the extra work in the gym. It takes a lot of reps to make it in the NBA, and the results are starting to show.
Well, you said it. It isn't just the skill improvement. Extra workouts go a long way in building camaraderie with the rest of your team. All those things are right in there. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Westbrook, no good.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
That one finds the mark on target from the general.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And here's Harden for three. Another miss by Houston.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That free throw good from the general.
Well, you can see the talent that Shea has even when he gets on the floor with limited minutes. His game is very polished from his years in college.
GA, you can see the improvement game to game, I think. Wouldn't be surprised to see his role grow over the course of the season. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's the general. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And he also made his presence felt on the defensive side as well. 3 block shots were registered in that game.
And they pick up 2. Here's White. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
The general, the Rockets pull it in.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Green finds Gordon. Right side, Westbrook. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Hammering it in!
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Outside Westbrook, fires top of the key. Houston gets it back, and the dunk by Capella.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Here's the general. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
The Bulls have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from the general. Rockets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
No good from the general. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-5 run. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Westbrook. That's 7 points for Eric Gordon.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's the general. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's Westbrook. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's the general. And it's blocked by Gordon.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Houston making some changes. Jerebko comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Austin Rivers in for Gerald Green. The Bulls also changing it up. Young's checked in for Markkanen. And Levine subbed in for the general. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild.
Some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Jerebko. Harden comes in for Danuel House. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. Harden no good on the free throw. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. Do you think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons. And there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games. There's not as many back-to-backs.
So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. The general is out there with White. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against the Spurs really contributed. He ended up with 21 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He really played a complete game out there. He just seemed to be in rhythm and always in the right place at the right time. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Time now for an injury report. We now get a chance to check up on the status of Austin Rivers. David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's the general. He's got 13, and the shot goes in. The general's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Houston now working with the new shot clock.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And the rejection by Harden. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Here's the general. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
And so he makes both from the line. Rockets trail by 10. Now Westbrook. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's the general. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And they double up Gordon. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. On defense, the Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. In the corner, it's Westbrook. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's the general. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella. That's good from the general. Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from the general.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Pass to Capella. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's the general, guarded by Harden. Stolen by Harden. And now Westbrook pushing it up. Going back to stop him.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
The Bulls leading by 5. 1:43 left to play in the first half. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. Lays it in off the breakaway. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's the general. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 90% from the line in the game, shooting 9 of 10. First free throw is good. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Houston. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Chicago. Valentine comes in for Porter.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Rivers in the corner. Three-pointer. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Chicago making some changes. Felicio comes in for Wendell Carter. With 1 on the clock. And so we conclude the first half. It's
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you.
okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's Green in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Here's the general, guarded by Harden. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game. Who will be recognized as the best of the best? Take a look at the general. All season long, he's been getting it done for his team, and that's why he is sitting in that number 2 spot and making a strong case, guys, for number 1.
And at number 2, he still has an excellent chance to walk away with the hardware for Rookie of the Year.
I like his consistency, the effort, the can-do attitude. This team has asked a lot of him, and he's been up to the challenge.
He had a nice open look right there. Green's got 6.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed. And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 18. That one drops for him.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Harden finished 2nd in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And there's the feed to Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Murray's checked in for the Bulls. Here's the general. And Capella sends it back. They retain possession.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. The drive by Green. Count that one. Green's got 8 points. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Houston. And a change for the Bulls. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Murray. Here's the general, guarded by Harden. 5 on the clock. No good from the general.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's the general. 27 points for him. And it's slammed in by Young. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And here's Westbrook. Outside, Green. Pass to Harden. Chandler dishes to Harden. The 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's the general. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Smitty, at the defensive end, who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kevin Kyle Lowry's one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, P.J. Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell them.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? I mean, wow.
Yes, indeed.
House laid in with a nice touch off the glass. House has got 8 points.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's the general, and he lays it straight in. The general's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Levine against Gordon. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Monday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And he makes that one. 35 points for the general.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Rivers. He gets that one. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down. Oh, he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And for Houston, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here is House. 8 points for him. The pass to Jerebko. Kicks it to Rivers. Clock at 6. Poked away from downtown. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Satoransky. There's 1:38 left in the third. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Eric Gordon. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from the general. 1:35 left to play here in the third. Gordon with it. 12 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound collected by Levine. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Rivers passes to House. A three-pointer is right on target. House has got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's the general, and the basket is good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's his first foul. Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in, then for the Bulls. Lowry Marketing comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Antonio Blakeney subbed in for the general. Making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Capella. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Antonio Blakeney. The general, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's White in for Satoransky. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with the general. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jerebko. And it's P.J. Tucker in for James Harden. Now a timeout called by Houston. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Back to White. Here's the general. From 15 feet away. That misses off the backboard. Rockets leading by 7. Tries it from the top of the key. Westbrook, no good. The Bulls shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And Capella sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's the general. Here's Markkanen. And finally they hit one. Markkanen's got 6 points in the quarter.
Lowry Marketing making his presence felt as this game heats up.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Houston in the lead. Westbrook scanning the floor. That shot off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. But they get it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Just 5 on the clock. Buries it from 3-point range. Westbrook's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Houston.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Here's the general trying to get open as Carter. It's rebounded by Houston.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Second chance shot. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
No good from the general.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Rockets leading by 10. Basket counts. 21 points for Clint Capella.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
The general outside White. Pass to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And again, Chicago. No good. The Rockets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Houston.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Clint Capella.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
Here's Tucker. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls, trailing by 10.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Now Westbrook. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubt whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
What's up? What's up? Let's do this. It's a nice hit.
We are joined now by one of the hottest young rookies in the league. It's hometown hero Che. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Hank and Home.
Yeah, so we are wondering, what do you think about showing up on these lists of Rookie of the Year contenders? Is that something you take a lot of pride in?
I guess so, but, you know, I'm just trying to go out there and make the fans proud. It means a lot to me to wear this jersey, and I take that responsibility very seriously.
It's gotta feel pretty good though, right? You can't tell me it doesn't feel good, Che. I don't buy it, Che, not even for a penny.
I mean, well, sure, yeah. I want to be good, don't I? Any of those cats who say, nah, I'm just playing to win is lying to you, man. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying to win the chip too, but everyone likes awards. Wouldn't you like to win some awards, homie?
You know what, Che, I would. Really would.
That's what I'm saying, man. You don't see people showing up to the Oscars talking about, oh, man, I don't care about this award. Nah, man, we all do. We all care. It's human nature.
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense to me.
That's a lot of sense.
All right, I'm going to let you go now, but thanks again for joining us. Always a pleasure, Che.
Hey, guys, can you play some Lil Wayne before we leave?
You got it, absolutely. That was Che, and this...
Hey, Che.
What's up, Vinny?
Now, I know you guys lost tonight, but you gotta take some satisfaction in how well you were able to put the ball in the basket, right? How did you feel out there?
Satisfaction, I mean, I wouldn't say that, because at the end of the day, we're the one that has to hold that L. I mean, How many points I scored, that's irrelevant. I'd rather go scoreless and win than drop 40 and lose.
You work hard on your game, though, right? Especially as a rookie, it must mean something to come out and have a game like this.
Yeah, I guess. But I work hard so we can win. You can score 20, 30, whatever, but if that doesn't help your team win, what's the point, Benny?
Che, you've shown in the past you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. I'm wondering if there's any causes right now that you're passionate about. Are you doing any charity work, or is there anything that's grabbed your attention, maybe politically?
You know, Patty, this city has shown me so much love, and it's a top priority for me to figure out a way to give back. I haven't gotten it all sorted out right now, but it's something I'm looking forward to.
Hey, Che, you got a sec?
Ted, I got time for you, brother.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. You really had it going on out there tonight. What do you think kept you in the zone?
I hit a couple early, and once I got that feeling, it was lights out, Ted. Not too many people can stop me when I'm on my A game, so got the ball rolling.
Awesome. Thanks, Che. Always a pleasure.
All good. Hey, that story's coming along, Ted?
Absolutely. They should seal it.
Nice. Hey, my PR sent you some tickets, all right?
Thank you.